Hey, it's Eric G from the Around the House show. Elevate your grilling game with the all-new Monty McGrill's Omni Pro series. The Eminence 405 is packed with cutting-edge features, blending elegance with expert-level performance. 4 powerful burners plus a side searing station deliver 60,000 BTUs of precision heat. The Clearview lid lets you keep an eye on your masterpiece without losing heat. Stay in control with the smart Bluetooth app, track your temps, set timers, and get alerts from anywhere. The LED touch panel ensures effortless monitoring, even in bright daylight. Temperature sensing lights keep you grilling anytime, anywhere. This grill is built to last, and it's also backed by a 10-year limited warranty. The Eminence 405, where power, style, and innovation meet. Check it out and order your new grill at MontyMcGrills.com. That's MontyMcGrills.com.
Welcome to Around the House with Eric G, your go-to source for everything home improvement. Whether you're a DIY enthusiast or just looking to make your space shine, Eric G is here to guide you through the latest tips, tricks, and trends. So grab your toolbox, put on your thinking cap, and let's get to work right here on Around the House with Eric G.
Welcome to the Around the House show, the next generation of home improvement. I'm Eric G. Happy midweek update. This is our little special that airs on Wednesdays. It comes in between each weekend show. Stuff that didn't make it into last weekend show and stuff that's not going to make it into this weekend show. And we do have a great show coming up this weekend, which will be very spring-oriented, which we'll talk about later this week. Today's episode is brought to you by my friends at Monty McGrills. Check them out at MontyMcGrills.com for the latest in barbecue technology for something that's going to be affordable with all those cool little features that you get with the higher-end grills. Now, today, I wanted to talk about a few things. My thoughts go out to the people out there in New Jersey that are battling some wildfires. It is crazy. The stuff that was such a West Coast problem has now slid across the U.S., and we're seeing more and more wildfires in places that we just really never noticed. Maybe it's the national news, maybe it's the way it's covered, but I do not remember big wildfires on the East Coast like this that we would see pretty regularly every year out here on the West Coast. So if you are one of our wonderful, fabulous East Coast listeners, or if you live in other parts of the country, pay attention to what we have learned out here on the West Coast. I've done a bunch of episodes on wildfires. We've done a couple this year on prevention. You can go onto the podcast, take a look at certain episodes. And if you want, send me a message over to AroundTheHouseOnline.com, and I'll send you those episodes so you have a place to find them if you're wanting to learn more about how to prepare for a wildfire so your home can be just a little bit safer. We'll talk a little bit more about that later here in the episode today, but I just wanted to mention that to you guys out there as that's hitting the news this morning on Wednesday. It's something that I feel bad for those people out there trying to battle that. And so many people don't have the resources we have out here. It's like when Las Vegas gets snow, they don't have snowplows. At least out here, we have airplanes, we have wildfire rigs, we have a lot of things that we can use to battle those wildfires. And when you get into areas where it really hasn't been that prevalent, I'm sure you guys are not as prepared or have the level of equipment that we have out here. And we still lose a lot of stuff. Just like California, it's tough to battle Mother Nature when she has got her wrath going on out there. Today, I wanted to talk about a shift. I'm not putting this in the episode description because this is just for you guys here. I'm not going to be diving into this one that deep, but definitely some changes around my world, Eric Goranson versus Around the House. You're not going to see too many changes, but right now, I am getting my house ready for sale because, yes, Julie and I did split up earlier this year, and I will be putting my house up for sale. We had a very amicable split. Not my plan for 2025. Kind of blindsided me, but guess what? These things happen. It's real life, guys. So now I'm putting my house together to put it up on the market so I can move on to my next chapter of life, which will still be a part of Around the House. You might see some differences on my social media. She played a part in that over the last nearly 8 years, and I've decided to be just respectful So there's no anger, there's no mourning anymore of that. It's a chapter that's closed, and I'm very thankful. And it's so funny how life works. You sit there and get blindsided, and then all of a sudden you work through that, and something better comes right around the corner and surprises you when you least expect it. Yeah, I've got an amazing new relationship that is by far the healthiest one I've ever had. She loves to do projects, so I will not be doing these big projects by myself. She will be playing a part in those. She had that dad that had the wood shop, had all that stuff, that really learned to do DIY. So I've got a great partner for the next chapter, and I'm super excited for that as we go along. So I'm not going to be posting as much up about that. I'm going to still keep things a little more private, and that's just so I can create great content for you guys on the social media stuff. Sometimes less is more with social media on my private life, and I'm going to be definitely do that. And it just makes it a little bit nicer to do that and a little bit safer out there in today's social media world. But rest assured, I'm doing awesome. I'm doing amazing. I could not be happier right now. I've got to get this house wrapped up to put the bow around the final chapter of that, and off to new projects, off to newer and greater stuff. So I'm very excited about that. So going to get this project done. I've got a busy few weeks ahead. Probably the next 60 days if I hammer on this house and get stuff done. We'll be doing a lot more content here to get things wrapped up. And then I'll be moving on to the next one. So there's a lot of great stuff going on. New chapters, new projects, new everything. So can't wait to show you some of the stuff we'll be doing out there. Thanks for listening to that little part. Just wanted to give you guys that are the loyal listeners that tune into this podcast every week and that catch it, just a little notice. You'll probably notice if you're following me on my personal page or the Around the House Facebook page and Instagram that things have been a little different over the last 5 or 6 months. And that's exactly why, is there's been a little bit of shift here in those things. So that's why, that's the inside of that. So you can understand what's going on, and I'll just leave it at that. So when we're talking wildfires, head back to episode 1952 if you're wanting to find out more information. And that's when I talked with the guys over at Fortified Homes, and we talk about wild weather from hurricanes to wildfires. It's a great episode for you to check out right there. So that will be a lot of fun. Now, we've got some great episodes coming up here as well that I'm excited for, and we'll be talking about some new stuff coming up. We're going to have cabinetry. We got a lot of great stuff coming up that way. So stay tuned for more as we get into spring and summer. I've got lawn care professionals next door. My dogs are going crazy if you hear a little bark in the background, because this is how we do it. And we have a lot of fun here on the show on our Wednesdays. Sometimes the dogs don't like the people up against the fence out back, and I'm dealing with that right now. Here's another thing too. I was checking on the recalls. There's nothing big on the recall list for us homeowners out there. Always take a look. And if you've got little children, there's a lot there you can take a look at. There's a lot of kids' toys recalls. Take a look. Just go recalls.gov and you can find it right there. All right, everybody. I'm going to run as the lawn care professionals circle my house from the neighbor's side. I'm going to do that so you don't hear a lot of gas leaf blowers in the background. I'm Eric G. Thanks for tuning into Around the House. You'll see the podcast come up with what's coming up on Saturday, on Friday, as well as the show this weekend. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm Eric G, and you've been listening to Around the House.
Make sure to follow us on social media. Just head to aroundthehouseonline.com for all the links. Make sure you check out our new YouTube channel. Just type in at Around the House with Eric G and click subscribe and ring the bell for updates. We will see you next time.
Undiscovered, anyway out beyond the mean. Life is a love song, let's be lovers. We're all over the radio. Take my hand, I know where to go. All over the radio with you.
Are you a contractor, landscaper, or small business owner? Are you tired of renting or pulling that worn-out trailer to the job site? Is that really the best look for your company? It's time to up your game and check out the trailers from Summit Trailer. If you want the highest quality trailer you can own, they are proudly made right here in Oregon with a dealer network all along the West Coast. What I love about my Summit trailer is that it's a dump trailer that was designed to work. I can load it up without having to worry about if it's going to be able to lift the load, and it pulls like a dream. This was built to work. So it doesn't matter if you want a dump trailer like mine or a deck over flatbed, tilt bed, or utility trailer. They got a trailer that'll fit your needs. Invest in your business with something you'll feel proud of, pulling up to any job site or your next project. Check out the best trailer in the West at summittrailermfg.com. Check out the dealer locator and find your nearest dealer at summittrailermfg.com.